Scathach had attacked Victor and absconded with his wounded body. Bitch! Violet screamed in uncontrolled fury. Her face was distorted with rage as fire poured out of her body. Realizing the danger of getting close to Violet, Maria, Natalia, Ruby, and Sasha quickly ran away. Ruby yelled at her old friend, "Calm down, Violet!" She heard a thunder crack and saw that Sasha was also enraged, covered in lightning energy. Ruby stomped her foot. "You too, Sasha, calm down!" "Calm down!" Sasha's face twisted in anger. "My husband has been kidnapped. How can I be calm?" Ruby started to get angry. "You fools!" The room started to get terribly cold. She spoke in a tone that made the maids shiver. "Have you forgotten yourselves? We must control our powers." Listening to what Ruby said, Sasha and Violet bit their lips in frustration and reined in their tempers. Ruby sighed. "Darling's parents are upstairs. We're insulated down here, but if you get too crazy, your powers could break through." Sasha nodded. "You're right. What should we do?" They all looked to Ruby. She started to explain. "My mom won't hurt our darling. Remember what happened in the past when a man she didn't think was suitable approached me?" Sasha swallowed. "They were exterminated?" Violet corrected her. "No, their entire family was exterminated." Ruby smiled. "See? My mom approved of Victor. That means he'll be fine, I think." Violet paced around the room. "You think?" "Violet, you know my mother. She is very unpredictable." Violet bit her lip in frustration as she muttered various forms of torture she intended to do to anyone who touched Victor. "What does she want him for? To train him?" Ruby nodded. "It's possible. She likes people who have potential, and our darling is a man with great potential." Natalia stepped forward and pointed to the ceiling above them. "There's something we need to figure out, and fast." Violet took a deep breath. "You're right. Darling's parents are going to be worried." Sasha started to panic. "What do we do? I don't think telling the truth would be the ideal option." Violet paced. "I don't know. It might be months until we get him back. They'll be suspicious." Ruby scratched her chin. "We need a great excuse then." Violet had a thought. "Where's Kaguya?" Natalia answered. "She's in Victor's shadow." Sasha raised an eyebrow. "Wow, she's fast." Ruby smiled. "As expected." Violet displayed a happy smile. "Good job, Kaguya. I'm going to raise her salary." Sasha shot her a look. "Why are you so happy?" "Kaguya is a dedicated maid. She will send me Darling's location." Sasha considered her point. "That's true." "Violet, Sasha, use your head." Ruby spoke in a neutral tone. Ruby sighed. "Let's be real. If my mom kidnapped Victor, she probably took him to that place." Violet didn't like it at all. Sasha winced. "That place, huh?" Her eyes darkened. "Ruby, are your foster sisters still in that place?" Sasha and Violet turned to Ruby with fear in their eyes. Ruby started to sweat. "Yes, they'll be there." Violet's anger exploded. Her body erupted in flames. "Fuck!" She looked at Natalia. "Open the portal. I'm going back home. I have to protect my darling." Natalia wasted no time. "Yes, Lady Violet." A pulsing portal to another dimension opened in front of them. Before Ruby and Sasha could react, Violet stepped through. Sasha was about to follow Violet when her body was frozen by Ruby. "You won't run away now. You must work something out with me first." Ruby snapped her fingers. "Natalia, close the portal." Natalia closed the portal. Ruby unfroze Sasha. She was pissed. "Why did you stop me?" Ruby was about to respond when she was struck with a thought. She turned to Natalia. "What is someone from Clan Alioth doing with Violet? Shouldn't you just serve the king's family?" Natalia bristled. "That is not information you are privy to." Ruby clicked her tongue in annoyance and turned her attention back to Sasha. "Come on, Sasha. You have to go somewhere." Sasha reluctantly agreed. Ruby gave Natalia a command. "Wait for us here. We're going to need your skills. And keep an eye on her." Ruby pointed at Maria. Natalia bowed. Your wish is my command, Lady Ruby. Later that evening, Sasha and Ruby stood outside of Victor's parents' house. Sasha was wearing simple pants that looked too tight on her thighs and a long brown shirt with a plunging neckline. Sasha's face was red. She didn't like Ruby's plan. Are you sure about this? It seems like a bad idea. Ruby nodded with determination. She was wearing simple black pants and a red shirt that was a bit too tight on her. She took a deep breath. Let's get this over with. Sasha and Ruby steeled themselves and approached the front door. Ruby pressed the doorbell. They heard the bell and waited anxiously for someone to answer. They heard Anna's voice. Coming! The vampires tensed as the door swung open. They couldn't help but clock how beautiful Victor's mother was with her long black hair and sapphire blue eyes. She looked a lot like her son. She looked at the two women outside her door confused. Who are you? Can I help you? After pausing for a moment, Ruby decided to break the silence. She stammered nervously. Mother, we are Victor's two wives. It's very nice to meet you. Victor's mother's eyes nearly popped out of her skull. Excuse me? Ruby! Sasha's face turned red with embarrassment. What are you doing, idiot? Ruby looked at Sasha with red eyes, almost crying. I don't know anymore. Ugh, fix the misunderstanding quick. Her volume was at a whisper, but to Ruby it felt like she was being yelled at. Ruby shot back. Why don't you help too? Sasha glared. You tuck us into this hole, you dig us out. Victor's mother shook off her shock and studied the two women before her. What did you two say? Sasha was startled. Mother, we are Victor's wives. Nice to meet you. Ruby smacked Sasha on the back of the head. Idiot! You just did the same thing I did. Anna stammered, stunned. Are you saying my boy has two more wives? Ruby and Sasha nodded nervously. Anna could tell they were telling the truth. As an experienced lawyer, she knew when someone was lying, and these two girls weren't. Anna processed what they had just said and staggered to the floor, overcome with shock. Ruby and Sasha yelled in unison. Mother? They grabbed her before she hit the ground and exchanged panicked looks. At the same time that Ruby and Sasha were dealing with his mom, Victor was gaining consciousness in an unknown room. Ugh, what happened? He rubbed the back of his head with a pained expression on his face. The room he was in looked old, like something out of a classic movie. Hey, you finally woke up, stranger. He looked toward the source of the voice to see a girl with wild, long red hair. She was standing on the ceiling of the room as if gravity didn't affect her. She gracefully descended to the floor below. She was very short, wearing a simple red dress. She looked at him with a big smile on her face. Wow, you're big. Victor stumbled out of bed and staggered toward the window. He peered outside to see a sight he had never seen before. Where in the seven hells am I?
Wait, that's not the end. You've just had a free taste. Now get the full story on the Pocket FM app, link in description. Check out our next video and playlist, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.